Welcome. Today, we're diving into one of the most incredible epics ever told, the story of Lord Rama. And this isn't just some ancient adventure story. It's a deep dive into duty, honor, and the timeless battle between good and evil. So let's get right into it. The whole story really kicks off right here, with this one divine promise. Before Rama was even a prince, there was this cosmic pledge. You see, the earth was in trouble, overrun by powerful demons, and the gods turned to Lord Vishnu for help. This was his answer. It just sets the stage perfectly for something epic, a divine plan playing out on a very human level. So, okay, how does a big cosmic promise like that actually become a reality down on Earth? Well, the story shifts from the heavens to a magnificent kingdom, where a great king is facing a very personal struggle. Picture this, the vibrant kingdom of Ayodhya, ruled by the noble King Dasharatha. He has everything a king could want, except for one thing, an heir. So to seek a divine blessing, he performs a sacred fire ritual, a yaja. And what comes from that fire is a gift that won't just change his life, but the destiny of the entire world. And just like that, the divine blessing works. Not one, but 4 sons are born to the king. The eldest is Rama, who is literally an incarnation of Lord Vishnu himself, and he's joined by his 3 amazing and devoted brothers, Bharata, Lakshmana, and Shatrughna. All right, so now we get to see Rama growing up, and you can just tell he's special. His divine nature starts to shine through in everything he does. He's not just a prince, he's the ideal son, the perfect brother, and a natural leader, setting the bar high from day 1. Every hero has their first big test, right? Well, this was Rama's, and he was still just a boy. The great sage Vishwamitra shows up at the palace asking for help because powerful demons are wrecking sacred rituals in the forest. So Rama, with his loyal brother Lakshmana at his side, goes out and not only protects the sages, but defeats these terrifying demons. It's an early sign of his incredible power and his deep commitment to doing what's right. After that heroic victory, Rama's journey leads him to the kingdom of Mithila. And here, a challenge is laid out for the hand of the beautiful princess Sita. The test? To lift and string the celestial bow of Lord Shiva, a weapon so heavy no one could even move it. Powerful kings from all over try and fail, but Rama, he lifts it with ease and breaks it, winning Sita's hand and proving he's on another level entirely. So, everything seems perfect. Rama is a celebrated hero, he's married the princess, and the whole kingdom is getting ready to crown him king. But this is where the story takes a sudden, gut-wrenching turn. A promise his father made years ago comes back to haunt the family, forcing a choice that will test everyone's loyalty. Now, to understand what happens next, you have to get this one concept, dharma. Think of it as your moral duty, the right path, the ultimate truth. Because his stepmother, Kaikeyi, cashes in on that old promise, demanding that Rama be exiled for 14 years so her son can be king. And here's the kicker. To honor his father's word, to uphold dharma, Rama accepts his fate without even a second of hesitation. It's a choice that defines his very soul. But here's the really beautiful part. He doesn't have to face this alone. His wife, Sita, and his brother, Lakshmana, show just how loyal they are. They basically say, no way, you're doing this by yourself. They give up all the luxuries of the palace to live a simple life in the forest with him. For them, their dharma was to be right by his side. So for a while, their life in exile is actually quite peaceful. They're living in harmony with nature, helping people, and growing spiritually. It's a period of calm. But, as you can probably guess, that calm is about to be completely shattered by an act of pure evil. This is where the central conflict of the entire epic really explodes. The 10-headed demon king of Lanka, Ravana, who is basically the exact opposite of Dharma, hears about Sita's beauty. And using trickery and magic, he kidnaps her from their forest home. This single act of chaos sets Rama on his most dangerous mission yet, to rescue his wife and restore cosmic order. Completely heartbroken but totally determined, Rama and Lakshmana begin their search. And this is when they meet one of the greatest heroes of the story, the mighty monkey warrior Hanuman. Hanuman's devotion to Rama is just absolute, and it's Hanuman who performs the incredible feat of leaping clear across the ocean to find Sita in Lanka and bring her a message of hope. Okay, so finding Sita was a huge step, but rescuing her? That's a whole different ballgame. Rāma is now facing his ultimate test, taking on the demon king Ravana in his own fortress, with the fate of the world hanging in the balance. So, how in the world do they pull this off? Well, first, Rāma's army of monkeys and bears builds a floating bridge all the way across the ocean to Lanka. It's incredible. Then, a massive battle begins, a true clash between the forces of good and evil. And it all leads to the final showdown where Rāma defeats the 10-headed Ravana, finally ending his reign of terror and restoring Dharma. With Sita rescued, Ravan defeated, and the 14 years of exile finally over, our heroes can at last begin their long journey home. Their return to Ayodhya is met with a massive celebration. Rāma is finally crowned king, and his rule kicks off an era so perfect it becomes legendary. It's known as Rāma Rajya, a time of absolute peace, justice, and prosperity for everyone. It's the ultimate reward for a life lived by the code of Dharma. So, when you boil it all down, what can we take away from this amazing story? Well, the lessons are timeless. It teaches us that doing the right thing is always more important than what's easy, that truth and duty will always win in the end, and that if you stick to the right path, you'll be protected. Rāma's life really becomes the blueprint for the ideal person. Honestly, if you had to sum up this entire massive epic in just one sentence, this is it. His life wasn't just a story. It was an example, a lesson for all of us on how to live a life of truth, duty, and compassion. And that leaves us with one final thought. We live in a world that's full of gray areas and compromises. So what can we really learn from a hero whose greatest power wasn't a magic weapon, but his absolute, unshakable commitment to his principles? What does that kind of integrity mean for us today?